bring down your personal interests, Bode George warns Atiku and Wike. Hey guys, this is still DJMTV Daily News Updates. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Bode George, has appealed to Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State, and the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, to cool down and bring down their personal ambition amidst the crisis in the party. Speaking in a video we're about to watch, Bode George said it appears that some kind of devil has entered into the People's Democratic Party. But we can recall that the main opposition party has been immersed in crisis since the conclusion of its presidential primary election in May. Wike has contested the presidential ticket, but he lost to the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. But speaking on the matter on ground between Atiku and Wike, Bode George said that the duo must understand that their ambition cannot be bigger than the party. It is a major border not only for me, it is a major border to a lot of the committed elders and members of the upper chambers of the party. It looks like some kind of devil has entered into the midst of our party, he said. But we have the capacity to resolve our crisis. We have enough experienced leaders, committed followers who will sit and be able to resolve this crisis once and for all, he said. Let's watch the video. We'll be right back.
It looks like some kind of devil has entered into the midst of our party. But let me tell you something. Our party, we have the capacity to resolve our crisis. Our party, we have enough experienced leaders. We have committed leaders. We have the loyal leaders and followers who will sit and be able to handle and resolve this crisis once and for all. Fortunately, we have about a month plus about a week, about 5 weeks from now, before we commence the campaign. All my appeal now is that Governor Wike should cool down. Presidential candidate Atiku should also cool down, because none of their ambition should be bigger and higher than the ambition of our party. We are appealing to both of them, because there is no organization anywhere in the world that will not have crisis, but the capacity and the ability to handle the resolution of such crisis will be a measure of how developed or reliable or respectable that organization is. If you say you are a member of an organization and you don't have crisis, then it is not an organization. But from my experience and from my commitment to this party, we have people and we have started to work on it. It is just one more hurdle to cross, and we will be ready like Freddy for the battle to the 2023 election. Yes, sometimes when these things happen, you wonder, is it mainly coming from our own people, or are there some other unseen hands trying to further expand or exacerbate the crisis so that we can mend ourselves? But let me assure the Nigerian electorate, we've been tested before. We have the capacity, we have the people, we have committed and experienced leaders who will tell all those groups to keep quiet, sit down, get into a room, lock the door, and we will surprise Nigerians that we will come out resolved, prepared to deliver our party to the electorate. I have no doubt in my mind. It's one of the major issues. You know, when the founding fathers designed this party, because remember, this is the first political party in this country that is not regional, that is not tribal. It bears the full colors of Nigeria, from the swampy forest to the savannah region in the country, in the north. They divided, our founding fathers divided Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones. Because in the First Republic, the majority had their way, the majority had their say, and the minorities were just pure onlookers, both north and south. That created a lot of friction. So in 1998, when these founding fathers, those who have experienced it, came together to say, listen, how do we resolve this? How do we prevent these khaki boys, these military boys, from ever coming back to government? They then decided that, look, let us divide Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones. You know, these 6 geopolitical zones are not reflected in our national constitution, but they created it for peace. And they then went further to say there will be 6 top positions in the land: the president, the vice president, the speaker, the Senate president, the speaker, the secretary to government, and the national chairman of the party. You know what that did? They then related the party management with the legislative arm and the executive arm. So there was a synergy, and that every zone will go home with one of these top positions. If the president comes from the north, the vice president will come from the south, the Senate president will come from the north, the speaker will come from the south, the secretary to the government will come from the north, and the national chairman will come from the south. So 3 up, 3 down. After 8 years, those positions in the north will come to the south, and those positions in the south will go to the north. Simplicity. He created that sense of belonging, that sense of oneness, the what you call the inclusivity in our party. So right now, when we had the crisis about when the positions of the party were zoned, and nobody mentioned the issue of where the presidency should come from. It created so much mayhem. And then they looked at it, and there was a zoning committee set up. Section 7, subsection 3F of our current constitution affirms that zoning and rotation will remain sacrosanct in our party. So never in the history of this party can a presidential candidate or a presidential a president come from the same zone as the chairman of the party.
Welcome back, guys. So here we have it. We've heard from Chief Bode George, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, who has said that the issue between Wike and Atiku is not bigger than the party. So both of them should cool down and drop their personal ambition for the larger interest of the party. Now the question is, do you think that the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, will listen to what Chief Bode George has just said, or do you think that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, which is the main opposition party, is going to listen to Bode George by calling off and going to make peace with Nyesom Wike of Rivers State? What are your thoughts and comments? Again, he also spoke about neither in the history of the party as the chairman and the presidential candidate come from the same zone. It means that he's indirectly saying that the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Yosha Ayu, should step down for a southern chairman to take over. What is your take about this? Share your thoughts and comment with us in the comment section below.
DJ ATV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJ TV.
DJ TV. DJ TV. DJ TV. DJ TV.
Some of the delegates and ask the question.
DJ TV. DJ TV. DJ TV. DJ TV.